I'm just going to let that sit with the cover on it for a minute. And the reason I just put a cover on it is because most bacteria and things travel around by floating. I mean, they travel on fingers and things, so keep your fingers and the cat out of it. Most dust and things will carry bacteria as well. So if you can cover things, then things won't fall in it and then risk infecting it when you're not looking. So for a little bit, we're going to do that. This is going to be coming to a boil soon. And then once we get our first hop addition in, then this is going to have 45 minutes where we're waiting again for the next step. So while this is boiling, we will bottle. So it's a little bit disjointed, the normal process, but it's the only way to really get to see it all in one night without a time machine. Another thing that we're going to do, and this is a nice trick if you're making a pale beer, when you put this much sugar, and basically this is mostly sugar, into a relatively small amount of liquid, it makes a very heavy syrup. And that syrup, because of all the sugar, boils at a higher temperature than water, certainly, or it would if there was less. So one of the qualities that happens is with that much sugar at a higher boiling point, you'll get more flavor development and color development. There can be, especially with an electric unit like this, more caramelization, things called melanoidins that are developed, and other flavor components. If you're making a pale beer, you want it to be pale. So if you put all the sugar in at the beginning, it will tend to be more amber and less pale. And it's one of those things that sort of identifies homebrew as, oh, that was homebrewed because it's not very pale. So there's a trick that you could do, which we're going to employ today to try to help keep it pale. And that trick is to put in half the sugar up front and let it boil so that it's not as concentrated as it would be if it was all of it in. And then during the last 15 minutes, we'll add the other packet. So that it'll be all in for 15 minutes, but it reduces the amount of time it's in, yet it's in long enough to sanitize the powder from the second thing. You'll get a little bit better hop utilization too if the boiling wort is thinner. If it's got a lot of sugar, it reduces the amount of flavor and bitterness you can get out of your extract.